Hey guys, welcome back to Barnum & Sons How To here. So today we're gonna mount this camera right here, our little baby monitor, on the wall. So it comes with these little anchors, but I don't know. I don't want a camera phone on my son's head, so we're gonna find a stud here on this drywall without a stud finder. Stay tuned, I'll show you how. Alright guys, so on a standard tape measure, every 16 inches the number is usually red or has some kind of something on the tape measure to tell you every 16 inches. So if you get another 16 inches, you have another red number. So that represents your studs in the wall. Normal house construction, your studs are every 16 inches, and whenever they build a house, they frame it to where they'll start framing 16 on center one way or the other way, depending on however they started it, so that way when they hang their drywall, the seams line up where they can start their next board. So they're either going to have their 16 on center starting from this side, or they're going to have it starting from this side. So a way that you can cheat and tell is if there's an electrical outlet in the wall, it's going to be mounted to a stud either on this side or this side. So we measure here.
No, I'm big old fat butt.
The tape measure shows a stud right here. And if you come to this side and double check yourself, it shows another stud right here. So what you do in a situation like this, you just kind of tap, and you can hear it change the sound. So I know there's a stud right here. So next, what we're going to do, since we want to mount the camera down here and on the ceiling, we'll just measure down where we want it and put our red right here, and that's where our stud will be at the end of the tape measure there. If I want to go further, then we just go down to the next red number. Okay, so back to mounting this camera, comes with this little piece here we're gonna put on the wall. Like I said, it comes with these screws in this package, but these screws are really short. Your drywall is typically 1/2 inch thick, so we're just gonna go with a little bit bigger screw. I just happen to have these laying around, 1 5/8. We're gonna use that so we can get it into the wood here. Okay guys, so what we did is we plugged our camera in and kind of just got an idea about where we want to put it based off where our cord's going to reach. Really need your help. So what we're going to do, since we already determined our stud was right here on this wall next to the left of the outlet, we're going to put our tape right there to the left of the outlet. I don't know if you can see from the camera from there, but that's the red number showing the stud. Then we take this pencil and just put a light pencil mark at the end of that tape measure.
Right here.
It's a little light pencil mark. That's good. Okay.
So now we know we're allowed to do something.
So now, back up, buddy. So now we got our little pencil mark here, which will wipe off real easily when we're done. You measure off of this corner. This is about 20 and a half. That's the center of our stud. So we're going to take our camera, get it up here about where we want it. We're going to measure 20 and a half. Get it about center there. And we're just going to put a little pencil mark above it. Okay, so right there is our stud. You can hit it, feel it. It's right there, you can tell we're on our stud. So we'll take our bracket. We're going to screw it into the wall here and see if we hit a stud. impact impacting, that tells you that you hit a stud. The screw definitely went into wood. And then that's it. There's you don't have to put no real big giant holes in your wall or anything, you know, to mount any kind of anchors if you ever want to take this down. You know, I'm sure in the future I'll show you a video of how to patch those holes real easily and just paint everything. You'll never know it was there. So that's it on the mounting it. We'll screw the camera onto our mount here and see how it works. Okay guys, I also just want to show you this. When we drove our screws in with the impact drill, you know, just for me using one all the time, I can tell when I grab a stud. If you're somebody that's not used to using one all the time, here's another way you can tell that you grabbed a stud. Because if you keep the trigger on your impact, you will run the screw all the way in and break this thing. But once you get it tight, you can put a screwdriver on here and just turn with your hand. And if it's real hard to turn like that, you're definitely in a stud. You don't have to worry about it falling. But if you can turn your screwdriver and it just keeps turning and turning and turning, you're just in drywall. You messed up somewhere or in some kind of different situation. But typically your studs will always be 16 on center or 24 on center. But like I said, once again, to know that you confirm that you hit wood, you definitely want to feel your screwdriver, you know, be snug. Okay guys, so you can see the bottom of our camera's got that threaded thing in there. Like I said, that bracket that we mounted on the wall came with the camera. So this is going to thread directly onto here. It's important to make sure you don't cross thread it. It should definitely turn a few times before it starts getting tight. If it doesn't, you probably got your threads cross threaded, which then there's a chance of it falling off the wall. So we'll get it snugged up there. Well, that's it. It's installed. Turned out pretty nice. We turned the monitor on here. I can show you what it looks like. Looks like it works pretty good.